Calix was a handsome landscaper well known for his miraculous-like talent to transform ordinary landscapes into beautiful masterpieces. One day, as he was working in the yard of a beautiful woman, he became intrigued by her presence as she stared out the window, looking at his every movement, watching his artistic creations in real time. The woman gestured for Calix to come towards her. As Calix approached, the young woman began opening the window, which instantly allowed the aroma of freshly baked bread to escape into the air. "Would you like to take a break and have lunch with me?" the woman inquired. Calix slowly smiled while pulled into the woman's beautiful eyes and trapped by her inviting smile. "That's very kind of you, but I brought my lunch for today. Perhaps tomorrow, when I return, I will honor your invitation," Calix responded. The woman's face slowly loosened her smile, and her eyes appeared less vibrant. "Okay, sure, why not? I will admit, the smell of what you have prepared seems way better than the cold sandwich I have in my lunch bag," Calix said as his stomach began to rumble with hunger. Calix sat down at the kitchen table as the beautiful woman prepared his plate: freshly baked bread, rosemary seasoned chicken, red potatoes, along with a delectable garden salad. Calix couldn't keep his eyes off of the beautiful woman as she went about the kitchen, turning here and there while the tail of her summer dress caught up with her as she made sure everything was put back into place. "Here you are. Be careful, the food is very hot," she said with a smile. As Calix began eating, the young woman washed dishes while singing a lovely tune. Her singing grew louder and louder as she continued washing the pots and pans. "All done," she says, then turns around and walks over to Calix at the kitchen table. "I hope the food was to your liking," she says. Calix has turned into a gray creature. He begins looking at his hands and tries to speak, but his words are foreign to his ears. He's speaking a language that he doesn't understand. His glossy, glass-like eyes appear wide and frightened. The beautiful woman picks up a mirror from the table and shows Calix his reflection. Calix jumps up and runs out of the house, but something is different. Everything is much larger. The trees, grass, and rocks are humongous. Calix realizes that he's extremely small in relation to everything around him. Calix has been cursed. He runs as fast as he can over towards his tools, but they are too large to handle. He turns to look back at the house, towards the beautiful woman. The agony in his face probes the woman to smile. But then suddenly, her mouth begins to turn gray and black. Her face, neck, and limbs follow. Her eyes have sunken into her head, and her beautiful hair is now fragile, thin, and gray. She begins walking towards Calix, screaming,
"Are you the one who murdered me 182 years ago? I was kind to you and offered you food. I let you into my house. After I fed you, you armed yourself and demanded my valuables. You stole from me. You then killed me. Now, revenge is mine. You are forever cursed. Look at you now.
The woman laughed. Calix has the look of confusion on his face. He's panicking as the woman fastly approaches him. He jumps on top of a hairy bug and kicks it so it will begin to fly. The once beautiful landscape has turned dark and dreary, surrounded with weeds, dead grass, and trees. Years go by, and Calix has become sad yet vengeful. He's no longer talented and handsome, but bitter and decrepit. The only way to break the curse is for Calix to marry a beautiful woman. But what woman would be convinced to marry him? Ah, but there is one.